Okay, I have a new routine that anyone can do right away, and if you stick to the end, I'll show you how you can modify it to involve whatever cards you would like to use at the start. Okay, so as you can see, I have 2 sets of 8 cards of various values, suits, and colors. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix each packet, some face up, some face down. So maybe I'll have a 3 face up there. Spectator decides this, by the way. And then just have them randomize the cards within each set of 8, okay, just like that. And so we're just mixing them face up, face down. Okay, I'm not doing a very good job. Okay, and then go ahead and just gather those again. And spectator can do all of this work. In fact, you can have your back turned as they do it. It's not important that you see anything actually here. And then have the spectator randomly stack the piles. That's just great. Now to further mix the cards, I'm going to push off pairs into a triangle configuration like this. Okay, and we'll go ahead and stack in opposite order. Okay, and then to mix the cards further, I'm going to deal the cards into 2 piles, but we're going to do something I haven't done that often on my channel. We're going to have you randomly flip either pile, and then we'll random stack. So you want the left one flipped? Okay. How would you like those stacked? Right on left. Okay, very good. Now, I'm speaking to you as the performer now, okay? So what I'm doing with 4 piles here, you can do the next few steps as many times as the spectator likes or calls for, okay? So you deal out into 4 piles. Now the spectator is free to flip any of these. They could flip 1, 2, 3, or all 4 of them, or not flip any of them. Okay, so maybe let's say they decide to flip this packet over and maybe this one right here, and then they're content with the others. The other 2 choices at this point you can give them, we can stack the top row on the bottom or vice versa, or the first column on the second or vice versa. What would you like? Bottom on top? Okay. How would you like the pile stacked? Left on right. Okay, very good. Now I'll go ahead and do this just a second time, but what I'm telling you is you can do this as many times as you like, and it won't hurt anything that's coming. Okay, spectator decides to flip any of these if they choose to. Maybe they'll decide to flip the top 2, and that's just fine. Let's say they decide to stack the columns, maybe the second column on top of the first, and then bottom on top. Okay, so those are all genuinely free choices by the spectator. Okay, and then we're going to just do a final, almost final step here. We're going to Klondike pairs of cards into the same triangle configuration. That's all we're going to do. Okay, and then stack in that same order. Okay, and then from there you just deal out the top 8 cards into 1 pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Leave the remaining cards as a second pile. Okay, and then in my case I have a written prediction. Okay, so let's just take a look at what I predicted would happen despite all of the random choices that you've made. Okay, so you'll separate the even value cards from the odd value cards. Okay, oh boy. If you just give it a moment or 2 of thought and think about the choices the spectator made and how it changes the packet or pile structure entirely, like when you flip a pile and maybe stack in a different order, this should be highly, highly unlikely. Okay, so let's just take a look. Okay, so this is an even value card because it's a 2. So we have 2, maybe I'll do it like this, 6. I see a queen is a 12, that's even. Move this down here. 10's even, 6 is even, 8 is even, 4 is even, and queen, of course, is 12, which is even. Jack is 11, 9, 13 is even. Oh, sorry, I keep saying it wrong. These are odd. Sorry, these are odd. Got it? Ace is 1, which is odd. 5 is odd. Ace is odd. 7 is odd. And then 3 is odd. Okay, so if you can keep your even and odds straight, unlike me, you'll be able to separate them perfectly. Okay, now the point that I was making earlier is we could have had the initial 2 sets could have been like all red and all black, or all face cards and all number cards. Whatever 2 sets of cards you want to separate in the end, that's where you start. So I had a set of even value cards, a set of odd value cards that you may have noticed, which is fine. But despite all of the random choices that should utterly destroy not only the structure of the cards, but anyone's knowledge of where the cards are, and you're able to pull those apart, that is unbelievable. Okay, so if you do what I've done here, it will work perfectly. And it involves something called a Quasi-Bessey sequence of order 16. So I'll add some links in the description below if you want to learn about those as to the engine driving this. Okay, so thank you for watching, and take a look at other videos on the Absolute Math Magic channel.